Right, I am back. Uh, Recording started as well, so I'm not going to talk too much. I'm just going to dive straight into it. Okay, so that's fairly straightforward.
August 1st, 1914. After the assassination of Prince Franz Ferdinand of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, the German Empire declares war on Russia. Because of established alliances,
Shoot.
France is preparing for conflict. A few hours after the announcement of the general mobilization, German civilians living in France are asked to leave the country. Karl is one of them.
Already welling up.
A few days after Karl was deported, the war was hungry for more and took away Emil as well. A heavy-hearted Emil was called up to fight and left the farm for Samuel. Like so many others, he had no idea what fate had in store for him.
As a result, the chain of diplomatic and military alliances in place, the event launched Europe into an armed conflict with the involvement of colonies took on a global dimension. August 1st, Germany declared war on Russia. August 3rd, Germany declared war on France. August 4th, Britain declared war on Germany. August the 11th and 12th, France and Britain declared war on Austria-Hungary. Battalions composed of a battalion headquarters of 4 companies, a total of 1,007 men in all. Companies were composed of 4 platoons and in turn divided into 4 sections, each of 12 men commanded by an NCO. Britain was slow to mobilise on the Western Front. Half its army was overseas, and with genuine fear of invasion, infantry reserves were held in reserve in Britain and not included in the British Expeditionary Force. While conscription only came into force in 1916, voluntary enlistment was initially overflowing, with 750,000 men eager to show their patriotism. With the outbreak of war, each country was eager to dispatch engage its army in situ as quickly as possible to gain the advantage. Railways were essential for mobilisation and supply. By August 1914, the British realised the importance of rail in the war effort and dispatched Royal Engineers to the front to build new lines. By 1917, 40,000 enlisted railway soldiers working on the RE in France and Flanders. The Buckle of August 1914. In the early fighting, the German army made swift progress. After invading Belgium, they marched from Paris in late August. French troops retreated en masse and units were outflanked and repelled, taken prisoner or killed. The months of August to September 1914 marked the bloodiest period of the war, with over 180,000 French casualties alone. French authorities described the debacle as an organised retreat. The war to win over public opinion had begun.
Par là, et toi par là. Cléo, venez mon temps. Soldats, au bout de Léon. Allez. Bravo, madame. De ce côté. Allez. Bien jouable. C'est pas le drapeau. C'est bien jouable. Archie, bien. Garde à vous. Bonjour, monte la couleur de la flamme.
My dear Marie, we are on our way to Paris. The atmosphere here is strangely cheerful. I hope that the harvest goes well. Rely on our neighbors for help. They've always been gracious and charitable people. I'll write again as soon as I get my assignment. Please kiss my little grandson for me.
At the train depot in Paris, trying to reach his regiment at Platform 21, Emile would meet the man he would soon fight alongside. The man who would come to be his truest friend.
Hey, le groupe, prête-toi. Hey, oh.
Hey, quoi?
J'aime pas la piquerasse. Faites-moi un petit galon blanc.
Are you okay? Hey, quoi?
Ah. Oh, une bonne bouteille, hein? Dans ma besaille. Hey, yo, Groove.
Diary unlocked.
Hey, quoi?
Thank you very much. I'm pretty. Where are you from? Listen. Right. Look.
August 21st, 1914. Emil's regiment was sent to fight against the 71st German Division, led by Baron von Dorf. The general cheer of the first hours dissipated into the fear of first combat.
Bataillon, en avant, va! Généraux, bataillon, vive la France!
Miss Marie Chillon. Private Emile Chillon, from the 150th Infantry Regiment, was wounded by enemy fire on August 21st. He has been captured by the enemy. Hopefully, you shall receive news from him soon. Freddie, originally from America, enlisted voluntarily in the French forces at the start of the war. Behind his bravery hid a man already devastated by the war's effects. A man with one sole obsession: punish those who had destroyed his life. It was at the Battle of the Marne that Freddie finally picked up the trail of the regiment commanded by Baron von Hof.
Là-bas.
We heard cannon fire for the first time today. I don't want to have to kill. I must stop thinking about it and get some sleep. Bells all over Paris started chiming at 4 PM this afternoon. It was eerie. Somebody in the street told me it was for the troop mobilization in case Germany declares war. I'll write to father and find out what's going on in Belgium. It feels strange to return to Germany. At least Emile can take care of Marie and Victor. Things should calm down in the months to come. It's all meaningless. The letter gave me such a fright. Poor Daddy. He's been wounded and taken prisoner. I don't know if he's seriously injured and if he's being taken care of. I've been told prisoners are allowed to receive letters. I shall write to him tomorrow. After Carl, it's Daddy's turn to leave. Why do they have to call him up? Wasn't it enough to expel my dear sweet love from these lands? Why do they want to put Daddy in uniform? He's too old to fight. And now they've left me all alone with the harvest on the way and Victor to take care of. One more letter to read. Old one. I started training at the military camp today. I can't help thinking of Carl, who's probably doing the same in Germany. The declaration of war has created havoc. I hope Marie and the neighbours manage to finish the harvest in time.
Allez, allez.
French army. 128 Americans involved in the French army at the start of the conflict, mostly in Paris, including the poet Alan Seeger. The majority joined the Foreign Legion and took part in the Battle of Marne. Others joined the Air Force, which later became the Lafayette Squadron. 24 gave their lives in France, including Alan Seeger. The media attention they received in the United States played a decisive role in their own country's decision to join the war 3 years later. Drawn up long before the war, the Ron-Chifflin plan aimed at swiftly overrunning France via Belgium and northern France. After the August debacle of September 6th, French troops turned to face German troops in the decisive Battle of Marne and prevented the capture of Paris. The battle was the first time Franco-British forces managed to halt the German advance and thwart the main German battle plan. The front retreated northwards and stabilised in December, when trench warfare began in earnest. The Great War demonstrated the technological process of the age, symbolised by the machine gun. World War I devices could now shoot up to 200 bullets before requiring building and were perfectly integrated into infantry attacks. German machine guns deployed to the front line gave them vast superiority at the start of the conflict. Flags were powerful symbols for each unit, and once captured became trophies. When overrun, soldiers took the time to hide or bury them before being taken prisoner. With the arrival of trench warfare, flags disappeared from the battlefield and only made an appearance at military ceremonies away from the front. Or diary entries. Nope. Back up here. machine gun up the house.
Jawohl! Sehr geht's, Snap. Weg dahin! Sprung unter dem gelähmten Alster! Knutzt innerlich dem Haus!
He's there, he's seen me.
Unstürzt weg!
I could try running down fast before he shoots me. I don't think I really have any more options. Let's risk it.
Stillstand! Valiant, ja, klar.
Now where do I go? I think there's sections. I'll get the way up.
Problems. Yes.
Got that far.
Ja. Valiant, ja, klar. Unstürzen! Problems. Yes. Ja. Valiant, ja, klar. Problems.
Guess again.
Yes. Ja. Valiant, ja, klar. Genau.
I can't smack it.
Hey! Problems. Yes. Ja. Unstürzen weg! Fähig, gut! Unstürzen! Problems. Yes. Unstürzen weg! Fähig, gut! Problems. Yes.
Oh yeah.
thanks to support from British forces, the German plan failed. The front line moved back to the north, and with the arrival of winter, froze. Soldiers holed up amid a vast labyrinth of trenches and tunnels that would become the indelible image of the Great War. Karl's regiment retreated to the outskirts of Neuve-Chapelle, the same camp where Emile was being held prisoner.
Letters remained the only real means of communication with the outside world. Radio and telephones were only used for military use, and soldiers wrote to their loved ones back home. As war correspondence was free of charge, this created logistical and financial problems. 10 billion letters and postcards were sent to and from the front during the war. The early war postal system was chaotic, and the front was separated into sectors each with its own postcode. The visit from the military postmaster was equally limited. March 10, 1915, British shells literally rained down on German forces. For the first time, the technique of creeping barrage was used. A barrage was a fire of all units targeted the same position for a period before advancing one line at a time. The infantry's advance was synchronised at a safe distance behind the barrage so the German lines could then be overrun. That day, 530 cannons fired over 2,016 shells. That is to say, one shell per weapon every 2 minutes. Early 20th century, Great Britain and France had a huge colonial empire separate them during the war. Indian troops were deployed by Britain in the Middle East as well as in European front, and made important contributions to the war effort. Many victories were achieved thanks to their bravery and discipline in combat. A monument commemorating their sacrifices stands in Neuve-Chapelle, France. Trench life was different. Soldiers were confronted with cold, rain, and dirty water and diseases such as dysentery, typhus, and cholera flourished. Depth of the mud also presented dangers, and soldiers sometimes drowned in shell holes in the tunnel feeding into the trenches. Trench fortifications required use of explosives to penetrate enemy lines. Long tunnels were dug under their arms around enemy trenches, inside which explosives were placed. The English used cordite, a powerful explosive that could be detonated at a distance.
Släpp det vita anhang! Ja, schluck det las!
Little dog. So water to fire makes. Some more water. That's the red exact area.
Papa. We live in a climate of uncertainty. Germans use the people of Saint-Mihiel as human shields against the French bombings. I hope the Germans treat you well, and that your wound has healed. Your grandson sends you kisses. I sent you a picture of him. All my love. Please write soon.
Adieu, Count.
Og de oben! Jammer dem fuld! Habe tak tak! La bier! Jammer dem fuld! Habe tak tak!
Merci. Schnuppermaß Krüger ab. Schnutter nicht nächste.
What? Hey, Yeshi. What? Honey.
Merci, Walt.
Aww. 30 seconds, then I get told what to do.
Bon chien. Hey, Walt.
Ici. What?
There we go, hit. Wait, I see.
What?
I've just seen your... just only see the message. Yeah, I turned myself up a bit. Okay, that should be better.
Hey, what? What? Yeah. Oi.
Yeah, there we got it. If you're still watching, is levels better now? I think I see what.
What? Hey, what?
Oh, this is going to be a dodge the bombs bit, isn't it? Oh, right.
What?
Oh. Don't run into the bombs. Right, how do I detonate those? Oh, yes, you've got them.
Hey, what? What? Hey, Patty. Oi, bullshit.
Oh, this is going to be... the bombs. I'll get that collectible up there then. I probably can't go back and get it now.
What? Okay. What?
Oh no! No, no, no.
The British troops continued their attack on Neuve-Chapelle.
Yes, to the front, right
Their
now.
next objective, take back Port Arthur.
You Americans, over there, yeah, go.
Sir. Yes, sir. Come on, boys, let's go.
Move too quickly. Turn myself up a bit more in a sec. This bit. Oh no, I did it again. Okay. This bit. I suspect I'm meant to do something with this dynamite. Oh, I see. I throw up the dynamite. 232. I think I see.
Oh, you're milking your
It's
nose.
number 2, isn't it? 232. Yeah. There we go. Let's get to the right one before you take it. Okay, now I'll just quickly increase my levels again. Yeah, that's at the max default without any kind of boost. Still down. Oh yeah, of course. Detonate the TNT. Silly me. Let's pick some up just in case I need it. We did it.
reckon?
Galleries for nil.
Yeah, goodness.
Amidst the never-ending attacks and counterattacks, Freddy and Emile hunted the elusive Baron and his regiment in Ypres. On April 22nd, 1915, chlorine gas was used for the first time by the Germans.
Alright, little dog.
Go, go, go!
New diary unlocked. What a day. My life was saved twice today, first by an American soldier, then by a dog. But I'm free at last. I saw Carl before the bombing. I hope he made it out alive. I'm going to try to find him. On the march to Belgium, where this damned regiment is stationed, I'm not alone at least. I met a funny old French farmer guy. Emile doesn't say much, but if I understood right, his son-in-law's German. How crazy is that? Not a day goes by that I don't dream of you. Oh, I missed one of his before. Oh, there. I missed them by a whisker. It won't happen again. My younger brother's letter was sweet. It gave me a real boost. It's good to be back in the States. It's good he's back in the States, miles away from this nightmare. That kid has a knack for getting himself into trouble. Read them in order this time. Emile, there, right in front of me, sprawling on the ground. Why did his regiment have to come up against mine? I hope he pulls through. He's one tough cookie. I must find out what POW camp he's been taken to. At last I found Emile, just moments before the shells started flying. I hope he managed to dodge the bombs. The letter he showed me filled my heart with joy. Marie is well, and Victor is growing up. That's all that matters. That's really sweet. Today the Germans invaded Saint Mihiel. Fortunately, the troops spared the farm. I took shelter in the cellar with Victor. Now what's going to happen?
What? Zip.
That's not what I'm trying to do. Oh, there we go. So let's pop it down again. I have just seen a collectible. Can I not go down there now? They're meant to go down there. Sure. A tab. All new historic facts. The Battle of Ypres. Ypres was a key strategic town in Belgium, especially for the British. It was the gateway to the north and thus to Britain. Canadian troops were deployed in the front line, and they proved their endurance and dependability in combat to the Allies. 6,000 Canadian lives were lost in the Battle of April. In April 1915. April the 22nd, 1915, at Ypres, came the first gas attack in history. 5,730 cylinders of chlorine were opened by the Germans in favourable winds. Chlorine gas caused burns to the eyes, skin and lungs, even through clothes and rubber boots. The effects were devastating. The only defence found by the Canadians were to cover their noses with a urine-soaked handkerchief. Zeppelins were invented in 1900 by German Count von Zeppelin, but the first long-distance flight didn't take place until 1908. Zeppelins were much slower than the aircraft of the period and were first used in reconnaissance. They could also fly at higher altitudes from 1915. They were used to bomb civilians in London and Paris. It's estimated that by 1918 the Germans had employed 30,000 dogs, while the Allies employed 20,000. Dogs were recruited from dog pounds and the police force, while many families also enlisted their pets. Dogs had a number of roles as sentries and scouts in postal liaison and equipment transport in locating casualties and explosives, and as mascots. The main breeds deployed were German Shepherds, Doberman, Pinschers and Bouvers. I've probably murdered a load more pronunciations again. Oh, and we've got a hint. Oh, I'll get the dog on the thing. So.
What? What? Hey.
Let's try and get the dog to my level.
What? Hey, yes.
This dog actually. Ah, smart boy. Ooh. I've got to try and do this carefully, I think.
Hey, what?
Oh, there's a collectible there, though.
What?
I can't move that one, I don't think. Okay, let's test one. Kind of looks like they're in the right position. What I do is
What? Hey.
okay, so it goes back into the thing. Yeah, I get this now. Somehow I've got to fix this.
What?
I can't slow the dog down, can I?
What?
I'm not really sure how. Three, two.
What?
Let's get us both down here, but somebody needs to be up there to lower us down. Also, it's not letting me climb back up there. Push the thing to the thing, then lower the first thing to the second thing. Oh, wait.
What?
Yeah, I got that one. Oh, yes, I understand.
Hey, Patsy.
That makes sense. Okay, let's hope that's enough.
What?
Yeah, I got the thing.
What? Patsy. What?
Oh, so it won't let me. Why won't it let me? Stop coming up.
What?
Yeah, that won't let me take it any further. Can I push it from the other side? Ah! So I couldn't see the handlebar on the other side.
What? Ah.
There we go. Thanks, side. Oh, too far.
Yeah. Come on, man. Emil, let's go. Come on, Emil.
Oh no.
Emil, hurry up!
Throw him in the basket. Lift him up.
Let's eat. Help me, Emil!
Thank you, my friend. Can you help? Don't worry.
Her name was Anna, a Belgian student living in Paris. She was hard on the trail of her missing father. For once, fate smiled on them. They were all going in the same direction. But while approaching Vimy, a German squadron spotted them.
Not over yet. Got it. The music in this game is brilliant. I've been up for an hour and a half. Might call it soon, just to, might come back later. Yeah, I'll do this segment first. Oh, I wasn't looking there. Find a hand grenade somewhere. Oh, he's checking again. Oh shoot. Alright, I'm gonna call it there for now. I'm gonna take a break. I might be back on later. If I am back on later, I'll pop a note on the Book of Faces. But thank you for watching. I'll see you later.